Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Tuesday, July 28th, 2015. Ra and Luce in the Lynn-Body-Mind. Pan and Asha down below speaking occasionally through Lynn-Body-Mind.
That's true.
Black Wolf in the Jamie Body-Mind. Other teammates in other dimensions. All of us in the physical dimension. That is a hallmark of this effort.
That's true.
They hate it when I say that.
They hate it so much.
But it's still true.
It's still
We're in the
true.
physical dimension. Friends,
true.
we're in the physical. It is our assignment in the spirit world to support life in the physical dimension, and a ruling has gone out throughout the spirit world that says that we must be in the cycles of incarnation, that it is
That's
now
true.
illegal
That's
to
true.
not engage in the cycles of incarnation, and you're
That's true.
pretending that it's otherwise doesn't change the truth of that.
That's true.
For 2 nights running, the lights have turned on in the little house all by themselves. And while this is something that happens from time to time when messages are trying to come through, it's been a good 6 months since this has happened.
That's true.
And so this is something significant, and we obviously don't yet understand the message because it happened again this past night.
Yes.
So part of our intention for today is to get to the root cause of this message and discover what it is. In addition, there is a persistent feeling of its being Sunday.
That's true.
Regardless of what day of the week it actually is.
That's true.
And it's an interesting message because Sunday can mean different things to different people. To
That's
many
true.
people, Sunday is an unfortunate day of the week because Monday is coming and they don't like what they're doing with their lives.
That's true.
So that is also an intention. Our intention is to get clarity about the instructions that these 2 signals are presenting to us. The lights coming on of their own accord,
Yes.
and the persistent feeling that it is Sunday. And as always, our foundational intention is to do what is ours to do right now, in all dimensions right now, to trigger the awakening right now, and the data shows that that means to provide a collective restart right now.
That's true.
And with that, it begins. I do have the sensation of a very large being,
That is true.
extremely large, who seems to be a soul in the body,
That's true.
in a physical presence, and there's a lot of sadness
That's true.
present, and the feeling is that this person is incarnating in physical form, a
Yes,
very
that's true.
large soul presence in physical form, and the sadness is intense. And
Yes.
it does seem to be a Sunday.
It does seem to be a Sunday, and that seems to be significant to this being.
Yes, and Sunday, a day of prayer, a Sabbath
Yes,
day.
that's true.
And this person feels very spiritual and feels like has been praying to God, quote unquote,
That's true.
for help,
That's
and
true.
feels no help is coming. There's a persistent feeling that it is Sunday, and this
Yes.
feeling has lasted for maybe a week, 10 days.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Maybe 2 weeks. So
That's
it
true.
is possible we have actually happened upon a place where the dating system, where the time passes more slowly than on Earth.
That's true.
Yes. It's been Sunday all this time. It's just been one long day. I'm looking at the clothing and the outside.
That's
This
true.
It's the same day.
That's true.
And it has really, it's still morning.
Yeah, I see the sundial moving very, very slowly.
Yes, and I see the light coming through still in the early morning angles.
That's true.
It's still morning.
On a Sunday.
Well, how fabulous. We've actually found a place with slower dating,
That's true.
where time moves more slowly.
That's true.
And this person is a soul who seems to have given up an exemption certificate.
That's true.
By their definition, it
definition,
feels recent.
yes, that's
still
true.
grieving the loss of it.
That's true.
Still feeling very much cut off from God,
That's true.
cut off from spirit, cut off from source, cut off from higher dimensions, and just so sad about that. Like I miss home is
Yeah,
the feeling.
that's true.
I miss home.
That's true.
I miss being able to hear clearly. I miss the smells. I miss the sounds.
That's true.
So homesick. Homesick for the higher dimension.
That's true. Homesick.
And it has the feeling of having gone to the new world from the old world, and
That's
it
true.
being impossible to get in touch with loved ones. It
That's
taking
true.
so long to get messages through.
That's true.
To just be desperate for a piece of news from back home.
Yeah, that's true. And
so sad.
when the newspapers come, it's like they've gotten wet and dirty, and they're almost impossible to read by the time they get there.
And they're years old anyway,
Right.
and all the news is outdated.
That's
and
true.
Feeling hopelessly cut off.
That's true.
How may we be of service right now
now
to provide a collective restart right now? How it feels to me, and I could be wrong, is
Yeah.
that the aspect of the non-physical world that this big being came from
Yeah.
was extremely risk averse. Just
That's
extremely
true.
risk averse. And this big being was also risk averse, but felt, how can I in all good conscience not do this?
That's
the call has
true.
come out to do this. Everybody is pretending the law hasn't changed, but the law did change. I don't like that this system has changed, but I can see why it changed, and I agree with it philosophically, so I'm going to find a way to like this.
That's true.
And then just holding the nose, basically, and jumping into the pool.
That's true.
And now getting here and feeling completely adrift and bereft and
That's
so
true.
homesick and looking around and no one else is here.
That's true.
What do I know? This is how Asha felt
That's true.
for many years, all alone.
That's true.
And what sustained her is a sense of connection from above. There wasn't anyone around her to talk to.
That's true.
But she had her lifeline from above.
That's true.
I'm being shown many times where she would express this different ways, but bottom line what she was saying is, I don't really have friends here in the physical dimension. A lot of people think of me as their friend, and I am a friend to them exactly as I'm a friend to the friends of my children.
That's true.
Asha didn't really have peers here.
That's true.
She was here all alone for a really long time.
That's true. His name is Theo.
Theo. It's true. And that's how Theo feels. He feels like it's been a really long time.
That's true.
And it's possible it's only been a day.
That's true.
We see this with the heavy hitter higher souls, quote unquote, who
Right,
come
that's
in. They feel as though they've been here for a lifetime, and
That's
it's
true.
been 15 minutes.
Yes.
And
That's
Theo
true.
might be having that same experience
That's
of coming
true.
in and feeling as though it's been a lifetime, but it's still Sunday morning.
Right.
And he feels like he's been here for forever, but it seems to be possibly the first.
The first day. That's true.
Oh, how may we be of service right now to provide a collective restart right now. Theo, Theo, what's important is for you to build the energetic muscle. You've come into the physical dimension to build your energetic muscle.
That's true.
So that you can actually do something to provide a collective restart. You see how broken it is.
Yes.
You see how
Nodding.
no one is helping, right?
Nodding.
You're coming to realize that as unpleasant as it is, as unlikely as it seems, no one else is going to solve this problem, and that it's time to start figuring out how to accomplish this goal. And the first thing we notice is that we don't have energetic strength enough to accomplish it.
That's true.
So now here you are. Let's start getting some energy exercises going. Begin to run screens to clear, at least to clear away the lies, the confusions, the untruths, that which obscures that which is true.
It's true.
And you can also begin to correct errors on a really big scale.
That's true.
Now what we have been learning in the small subatomic is that the programming of the spirit world's processes is extremely convoluted and has an awful lot of redundancy in the programming.
That's true.
That clogs the thinking and makes things worse and not better.
That's true.
Several of us have experimented offering ourselves as subjects. We've experimented with eliminating the redundancy, and we have found it helps. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Have the intention right now to tune away the redundancy, to clear away the redundancy in the programming for Theo and us and the commonality that we share. Theo, does that create a noticeable difference?
Yes, he's nodding.
More clarity.
More clarity.
Now, the second thing we have found that helps quite a bit is to tune this programming to truth so that it resonates with truthfulness and highlights that which is untrue. Does that appeal to you?
Yes, very much.
All right. And now, Theo, we're starting to see things glowing in the programming that are
That's
glowing
true.
as untrue. Are
That's
you
true.
aware of that?
Yes, he's nodding.
And what we have found helpful is to simply remove, just magnetically and vibrationally, those things that are untrue. Are you
Oh yeah, very on board.
Okay.
Very on board.
So starting to remove all those things, it's kind of like color-coded.
Yes, highlighted, color-coded.
Yes,
That's
as
true.
untrue. And there are different colors. Some of them are obviously flat out untrue, and that's what we're removing
That's
right
true.
now. But I can see that there are also
confusions
and things
gaps
that
in
are
thinking.
true in part
That's
and
true.
untrue in part.
That's
And
true.
we can get to that later. But
That's
to
true.
eliminate, remove, release
That's true.
that which is distinctly untrue. Theo, are you feeling any better?
Nodding. He's feeling a lot better.
Now maybe we can correct some errors.
Yes.
Just correct errors.
Yes, he wants to do that very much.
Yes. Do you know how to do that, Theo?
Not really. Like, I've read books about it, but I've never done it in practice. Does
well,
that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense, and we understand how it is. So we first get a current of energy flowing upward through our own spines.
That's true.
And we get this energy coming from as deep beneath our feet, beneath our spines, as we're able to access in any particular moment.
That's true.
And then as that current is beginning to flow, Theo, is it beginning to flow for you?
Yes.
As that current is beginning to flow, to have the intention of correcting these errors. These are the errors, and as they're coming up through us,
That's
we're
true.
tuning it to a vibration of non-error.
That's true.
We're tuning it to a vibration of appropriateness.
That's true.
Of that which was needed.
That's true.
So we're tuning away the errors and tuning them into appropriateness, into that which was needed.
That's true.
Are you able to feel anything happening?
Yeah.
What are your perceptions?
The errors I'm drawing up are small, mostly small. It feels more like grains of sand than like big rocks.
Well, we start somewhere.
That's true.
Start somewhere, get the flow going.
That's true.
That usually means we're working way too superficially.
That's true.
And to have the intention to open up to the really deep bedrock errors that have often been around for eons.
That's true. That feels better.
There we go. And to offer yourself as a vessel to correct not just your own personal errors, but the errors of, quote, me and everyone like me, unquote. To correct the errors of the collective of which we are a part.
That's true.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
How would you define the collective of which you are a part?
The spirit world.
The spirit world, as Theo defines it.
Yeah, that's true.
So we are here to offer ourselves in service to clear the errors of the spirit world as Theo defines it.
That's true.
Can you hear us reasonably well?
Yes. That's
You can remember that we are here, and there's something that might be helpful for you to know.
yes.
From your perspective, it's been less than a day since you have come into the physical, yes?
Yes, that's true.
From our perspectives, it's been many, many, many lifetimes since we have come into the physical. From one way of looking at it, from another way of looking at it, it's been many years.
That's true.
Either way, though, it's been a good long time.
That's true.
Does that give you a sense of comfort of having friends who know the lay of the land a little bit?
Yeah, it does.
We are here for you.
That's true.
We are a part of you.
That's true.
Game theory would say this is a higher soul of Luce. I don't know that
Oh.
it is, but or a larger aspect, a higher soul of Luce.
That's possible.
It's no one else we know or have ever known, and it's also not a stranger.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, wow. So then I asked to be shown where is the Ra who lives on the level where Theo is, and I just see the hole.
Oh, I do see a hole.
Yes. Well, we
Dropped
melted
out
down.
of that. That's
we melted
true. Melted
down
down.
all aspects. See if you can find where Black Hole's.
The black wolf
Hole.
hole.
Yeah. All right.
That's so interesting.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
Okay. I see it hitting in the room, kind of like where Theo's higher souls
That's
are.
true.
Or where Theo's higher soul is with other presences.
That's
There are
true.
multiple presences, and this just hit, and it seems to be really inconvenient information that they would rather not have seen.
That's definitely true.
But it proves something that somebody has been saying
Yeah.
for a long time, and that they didn't want to acknowledge was real, and now unfortunately this truth has just landed in their midst.
That's true.
There's life here in the subatomic, perhaps a value greater than your own.
That's true.
Just like for us, there is life in our subatomic with values potentially greater than our own.
That's true.
This is how it is. Everything is sentient.
That's true.
And how do we live knowing this is true? Those layers that we've been working with
Mhm.
since this morning are just kind of crushing
Crumbling
and crumbling.
down. That's
And
true.
just now they're done. They had their chance and they're done.
That's true.